We are going to start with a proclamation for Homewood's own Jane Reed Ross. Jane, if you will meet me at the podium. The last time I did this, I cried, and I may cry again.
Okay.
Actually, I think I'm going to cry again. Jane is my personal hero. And I had the honor to do a video when you received the Sanford Medallion Award. And I said, I want to live in a city that Jane Reed Ross has designed. And that's the truth. And you have done so much work here in Homewood, so I do live in a city that you've designed because of all the work that you've done here tonight. So I'm going to read a proclamation, and then I have a little announcement to share after I read this. So let me start with this. Whereas Jane Reed Ross has served this community in numerous capacities through her work in landscape architecture and design. Whereas she served as principal architect and project manager for Shades Creek Greenway, envisioned in 1990, for which she won an ASLA Merit Award, assisting Homewood in attaining a CMAQ grant, congestion mitigation and air quality, for funding, with phase 1 opening in 2003, because these things take forever, and phase 2 opening in January of 2025, for 4 complete miles, offering the largest east-west connector of the Red Rock Trail system. And whereas she served as designer for Homewood Central Park, for which she won an ASLA Merit Award, American Society of Landscape Architects, transforming unusable space into a meandering Griffin Creek with improved aesthetics and storm water management. And whereas she served as designer for Homewood Central Park for, let's see, oh, we got that. We need to, that one's doubled. We need to double that one. We need to get a new proclamation for that. Whereas she served as project architect for the Red Rock Trail System for the Freshwater Land Trust, which won an ASLA Honor Award and implemented the following trails from that master plan. Phase 2 of the Shades Creek Greenway, the Jones Valley Trail, the Rotary Trail, the Hugh Call Trail, the Enon Ridge Trail, the Civil Rights Trail, and the Aqueduct Trail. And whereas she contributed to 18th Street improvements, adding greenery, lighting, and sidewalks to the north section of 18th Street and beautifying the entrance into Homewood from Birmingham. And whereas she designed the Salter Pocket Park, adding a passive neighborhood park for residents to enjoy. And whereas she was awarded the 2023 Jefferson County Health Champion Award. And whereas she was named to ASLA 2024 Council of Fellows, one of the highest honors the group bestows on its members. And whereas she was awarded the Sanford University's 2025 Medallion Award for Difference Makers in the Birmingham area. Whew. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the City Council for the City of Homewood and on behalf of all of our citizens does hereby express our sincere appreciation and thanks to Jane Reed Ross, who has made Homewood more beautiful, more walkable, and a more inviting place because of her work. Be it further resolved that the City Council extend their best wishes for her success and happiness in the future, adopted this day, the 10th of November, 2025.
Thank you so much.
So I have one more announcement, and we'll get you a clean copy of this. But I have one more announcement, and then I want you, all your friends are here, and then I want you to say a few words. But I wanted to tell you that we are naming our $1 Million Bridge after you. The bridge on the trail is going to have a plaque with your name on it forever.
Oh.
So we will get you, maybe you'll be in town when we put it in and you can come, but if not, we'll take a picture and send it to you. But yeah, we will be naming the big, beautiful bridge just on the other side of Green Springs for you.
Wow.
So.
Well, Mayor, thank you so much, and it's such a pleasure to call you Mayor, indeed. You're one of the best leaders around. I really appreciate everything you do, and that goes for the rest of you. Thank you for your service and everything that you do for Homewood and all of that. This is such an honor. I mean, I never expected a bridge. But you know, it's such a wonderful. Neil and I have lived in Homewood for what, 40 years? And in the same house for 36, and we raised 2 boys here. And I loved working with Homewood and in the metropolitan area. And I've been very fortunate and very lucky to work on a lot of projects that helped improve the quality of life for people. And that was truly my privilege. I mean, it was just fun work. not always fun. Some of it was tough, but it was always fun to see what happened. And it was on Homewood Central Park where I realized that making investment in infrastructure improved the self-esteem of children. And when y'all are doing your work with the city, always keep that in mind, that investing in the infrastructure improves the self-esteem of children. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This means a lot to me.
Thanks, Michelle. Thank you. All right, okay, we'll get you a clean copy of this, so, okay.
Yeah, no worries.
You wanna give it to Bo? Okay. Okay, thank you, all right. So with that, I will call this meeting to order, and we will begin with an invocation from Mr. Segrist, if everyone will stand, and then to follow, we will do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Father, I just thank you for this day. Father, it's a new day. And Father, I just thank you for each and every person that's represented up here today. Father, Lord, I thank you for their willingness to get involved and to serve, Father. Father, we're all called to serve, and I appreciate the ones that have heeded the call. Father, I just ask that you lead and guide us. God, unify us. Lord, I pray right now that the critics be silent, and Lord, that they will find it in their hearts to get involved and come and assist and to be a part of something special. As we move this city forward into a new day, Lord, I pray that you move on your people to get involved and help this council, help this mayor, help us make decisions and be a part of something special that's never been done before. Father, I just thank you for every person that's here tonight. Lord, I pray for their safety as we go our separate ways. Lead and guide us tonight. Lord, give us grace and patience, Father, for the things that we have to do. And Lord, it's in your precious and holy name I pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Mr. Segrist, if you will call the roll.
Yes, ma'am. Counselor Simmons.
Here.
Counselor Sims.
Here.
Counselor Lane. Here. Counselor Armstead.
Here.
And Mayor Andrews.
Here.
Full house.
Okay, full house, 5 in attendance. Okay, and so Mr. Segrist distributed the minutes from our meeting of October the 27th. I would entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Okay. Motion from Counselor Sims. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have 2 seconds. I heard Counselor Armstead. No, Counselor Simmons. Oh, I just pulled a Walter Jones. Okay, sorry, Counselor Simmons. I have a motion from Counselor Sims and a second from Counselor Simmons. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That passes 5-0. All right. We also had the minutes distributed from our organizational meeting on November the 3rd. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Okay, that came from Counselor Armstead. Do I have a second? All right, and that came from Counselor Lane. So I have a motion from Counselor Armstead, second from Counselor Lane. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes 5-0. Okay, we are going to discuss some board vacancies and some appointments right now. I want to remind everybody that we have a supernumerary position closing in 2 weeks for the BZA. And so if anyone can get the word out to your folks, communication, let everyone know that is open to send their resume and cover letter to Mr. Segrist for consideration. And then we will follow with interviews and make that appointment at a later date, but that is open for 2 more weeks. This, I believe, is Mr. Armstead's position on the BZA, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of committees and commissions that Mr. Armstead and I are both rolling off of, I wanted to make some appointments to the Planning Commission. Counselor Nick Sims is going to be our council liaison to the Planning Commission. Jeff Underwood is a former city council president and former planner and former executive director of the Lakeshore Foundation. He is also going to be joining the Planning Commission. And our fire marshal, Jared Stamps, will be replacing Chief Broadhead. So he will be joining the Planning Commission. I also wanted to reappoint Matt Level as chair of the Complete Streets committee. So we've already had a meeting since we have, or in the last couple of weeks, and so that committee is moving along, no pun intended. And so we will, he will stay as on that committee as a mayoral appointment. And then finally, our old friend Walter Jones, we will be appointing him tonight with your approval back to the BJCTA. He had been on the BJCTA many years ago, board representing Homewood, and then Homewood lost its, we no longer were in the, where we had enough ridership that we could have someone on the board, and then we came back a few years later, and Randall Minor has been in that position for the last several years, and so he's rolling off, and Walter is going to be reappointed tonight with your approval. So with that, I would entertain a motion to appoint Mr. Jones to the BJCTA.
Motion to approve.
Okay, I have a motion from Counselor Armstead. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a second from Counselor Simmons. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, and that passes 5-0. And so I'm excited that Walter is still serving the city. He's been a long, long time servant of the city. Okay, so you see we have 4 items from our pre-council meeting that is going to be added to our agenda tonight. 01-1125, request for financial report from Carr, Riggs, and Ingram. 02-1125, request to city manager to sign a contract with Riley Jackson PC. 03-1125, request to have the mayor sign a contract for Cale Smith, acting city manager. And 04-1125, request for consideration to authorize the city manager the ability to sign contracts up to $100,000. And the rest you had seen from the pre-distribution of the agenda from Mr. Segrist. So with that, I would ask for a motion for approval of tonight's agenda.
Mayor, and just to
Yes.
clarify,
Okay.
Is 01-1125 in consent or new
Thank
business?
you. Nope, it is definitely on the consent agenda. So that is, yes, so you'll see that next, but you're correct. That is not going to be added to old business or new business. That's correct.
And the rest are new business?
Yes.
Okay, motion to approve agenda as amended.
Second.
All right, so I have a motion from Counselor Sims and a second from Counselor Simmons. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes 5-0. Okay, so now you see the consent agenda there, and there is that item about the financial report. So with that, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion to approve consent agenda.
All right, motion from Counselor Armstead. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, second from Counselor Lane. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, and that passes 5-0. Old business, 180925, bid date held on October 30th, 2025 at 3:01 p.m. for the Homewood Public Library Phase 4 renovation project. We heard from Mr. Smith and from Judith Wright, our library director, tonight. The motion would be to accept the bid from Davis Architecture and approve of our city manager to sign a contract with Davis Architecture. Do you want to make that motion?
It's not Davis.
Oh, I'm sorry. Recommend accepting bid from Davis Architecture. It's not Davis? Who's it with?
Davis was the architect that put together the contract. The actual contract goes to.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Jared Building Company. So we accept the bid from Davis Architecture. Is that what you're saying? Nope, nothing to do with Davis. Okay. So the motion is to accept the bid from Jared Building Company. Thank you. And to approve the city manager to sign that contract. Okay, perfect. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion from Counselor Sims.
Second.
Second from Counselor Armstead. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, and that passes 5-0, and that is going to be Resolution 25-193. Okay, perfect. All right, we also had a bid opening on October 30th, so item number 190925, bid date held on October 30th, 2025 at 3:01 for the Central Avenue TAP Multimodal Facility. Also from Mr. Smith, we are going to carry this item over without objection. All right, 011025, public hearing set. Oh, you know what, okay, our attorney's question, is it okay if I just read the 4 item numbers since we're carrying all 4 of these over, or do I need to read out each item? I'm wondering. I think we discussed, I can just say the item numbers and the public hearings. Okay, item number, okay, so the next 4 items are all public hearings that will be held on November 24th in 2 weeks from tonight at 6 o'clock. So 011025, 021025, 031025, and 041025. We heard those tonight in our pre-meeting, but we are going to carry those items over for our public hearing, which will be next meeting on November 24th. Okay, moving on to other new business. 021125, request to have city manager sign contract with Riley Jackson PC, brought to us from me, the mayor. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve?
Motion from Councilor Armstead, is there a second?
Second.
Second from Councilor Simmons. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that passes 5-0, and that is Resolution 25-194. 031125, request to have the mayor sign contract for Cale Smith as acting city manager, brought to us from me, the mayor. Motion to approve?
I'd like
Motion
to
to
make
approve.
a motion to approve,
All right,
but also retroactive to the appointment of Cale Smith as city manager on November 3rd.
okay.
Second.
All right, so I have a motion from Councilor Sims and a second from Councilor Armstead. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that passes 5-0, and that is Resolution 25-195. Okay, 041125, request for consideration to authorize the city manager the ability to sign contracts up to $100,000, brought to us from the acting city manager, Cale Smith. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay, heard Councilor Lane with the motion and Councilor Simmons with the second. Okay, all those in favor? Any opposed? And that passes 5-0, and that is Resolution 25-196. Okay, y'all, we are almost at the end of our agenda. Okay, 111125, request for consideration of approval of vouchers for the period of October 28th, 2025 through November 10th, 2025, brought to us by J.J. Bishop, Chief of Staff. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion from Councilor Sims,
Second.
second from Councilor Armstead. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes 5-0, and that is going to be Resolution 25-197. Okay, you guys, we went through that pretty good. That was pretty good. That may be a record right there. Okay, it's definitely a record for me. All right, so now what we do is we go around the dais and we make our announcements. And so if anyone has anything they want to talk about from their ward specifically or citywide, or, you know, once we get into our liaison roles, anything you want to share from the boards that you serve or any of that nature. So we usually start over in Ward 1 and work our way down.
Thank you. No updates at this time.
Okay,
I appreciate it.
all right.
Thanks. I would like to update that the beautification board met today, had a presentation from LMA on the beautification plan, the landscape plan that they're working on. They are still incorporating feedback from staff, department heads, and the public. And so they actually will have a public presentation upcoming, most likely prior to the end of the calendar year. So please stay tuned for details for it. Also, just like to say that last week, we all had the opportunity to attend the regional ALM, Alabama League of Municipalities training in Huntsville, and it was great to have the knowledge, but also the opportunity to get to know all of you more, and look forward to our time together on council.
And did you want to mention Edgewood Elementary and their new flag?
Yes. So also, first and foremost, tomorrow is Veterans Day. Grateful to our veterans for their service, and recognition of that, and kind of as a predecessor, the Boy Scouts had a popcorn fundraiser during Edgewood Night Out and raised money for a new flag at Edgewood Elementary. So last week they actually had the official flag raising of the new flag that was purchased from the fundraiser, And it was really great because the school had the choir, the 5th grade choir, come out and sing. So it was a fantastic event, and they actually had their annual Veterans Day program last week and showed some of the pictures from the event. So grateful to the scout troop and also everyone involved, and really great project. Also, as far as Edgewood specific events go, this Friday will be the 2nd annual Edgewood Christmas tree lighting. So some of those businesses will be open later in the evening. So please make note of that, and hope to see you on Friday evening. Thanks.
Councilor Lane?
I'd like to thank everyone, the council people and the mayor, for being in Huntsville. It was a great opportunity, along with our attorneys, and look forward to working with everybody. And everything else Councilman Sims said, I agree. Thanks.
Councilor Armstead?
Thanks. I guess, one, it feels like last week was a light years away ago. I did have the privilege of, I got an invite from Kelsey Church at Chase Cobb Elementary to speak to 3rd grade class, which was a great time. It was really good to get to spend some time with some of the students that are at our Chase Cobb Elementary. So that was my privilege, and I really appreciate that. And I think aside from that, yes, I agree with all of you. Really appreciate the time last week, getting to learn a little bit more, and also look forward to spending time with the sort of appointed boards for the Board of Education and the Parks and Rec Board, and working with those directors, and I just look forward to what we get into there. So, thanks.
Okay. Well, I have a big, long list of things to talk about. First of all, congratulations to our cross-country boys and girls. They came back from state with the red map, so they were runner-up for both boys and girls. So congrats to them. And one of their coaches, one of my very best friends, she was here a week ago, so Coach Kelly, want to give her a shout out. Looking forward to the football game. Round 2 of the playoffs is this Friday night, so looking forward to being there for that after the tree lighting. Gonna hit both those up. Want to thank the Homewood Environmental Commission. I mean, we had a fantastic showing at the Love Your Trees event on Saturday morning. I mean, it was just busy all morning long, and Councilor Lane was there, and Kale was there, JJ, of course, always there. So that was fantastic. Again, also big, giant event Thursday night from the Chamber of Commerce. The holiday open house was just, I mean, absolutely slammed. I mean, starting at 5 o'clock, but P.S., the word is out that you can park in this deck down here, because at 5 o'clock it was completely full. So I want to thank the Chamber for putting on a great event, and all of the merchants that came out. Santa Claus was there. The folks from Soho Social had a bunch of, they had a tent out, so it was really a great event. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to end on this one. Anybody watch Saturday Night Live Saturday? Yeah, did you see Mitch Pruitt on the drums? Okay, so the musical guest was Somber, and Mitch Pruitt, who my son grew up with, great friends with, his dad is our drummer at church. We saw him on Sunday drumming. Anyway, Mitch was absolutely destroying the drums. He was incredible. National TV, Saturday Night Live, absolutely killing it. Go check him out on Instagram. He's got his Instagram where he's got the camera set up so you can see him drumming during the actual show. And it was incredible. Like, he played for the Homewood High School band, y'all, and like, he is on Saturday Night Live just killing that drum kit. So I want to give a shout out to Mitch Pruitt and tell him how proud we are of him. And then, like Councilor Sims said, a reminder, tomorrow is a Veterans Day holiday, so City Hall will be closed. I know the rec center is open, I think 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock, but no one will be in the offices there. But be sure and thank the veterans in your life and anyone else that you know that served. And we're so appreciative of everything they've done for our country. The flags look great, Randy Hambley, too, by the way, on Highway 31, so let Randy know how much we appreciate that. So without any further business and without objection, we will adjourn.